Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking all about England and Euro 2024. We're going to be talking about their group, which teams they got, how I think they're going to get on and what I would do heading into the tournament. So as we get into this video, obviously what I'm saying right now could completely change in the next 6 months. So be sure to like, comment and subscribe and keep yourself tuned on my channel for upcoming prediction videos for this England squad for the Euros. So to make an early start, let's take a look at the group. So England have Slovenia, Denmark and Serbia within their group. Obviously, England got through this group, got through their qualifying group quite easily. Obviously, most recently they drew with North Macedonia, which obviously a disappointing result heading into a big break from international football, but it's one that I'm sure England will learn a lot from. Gareth Southgate can head into this Euro competition thinking of the team as favourites, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's something that is going to happen. England are going to be the favourites heading into this tournament. I think they're the highest ranking European team going into this tournament, and obviously rankings mean nothing really in tournaments. Anybody can knock out anybody. We saw that in the World Cup. We saw it in the Euros before that. It it's a difficult tournament. No matter who you are, what players you've got, it's always going to be difficult. So, keen to look into the group now, and obviously, the group isn't the worst group England could have got. There are some difficult teams, but there's also teams that I think England should beat and beat comfortably. Obviously, Serbia could be a difficult game with the likes of Mitrovic, who we've seen in the Premier League can be a handful for defenders in his time at Fulham. You've also got Denmark, you've got a range of players like Christian Eriksen, you've got obviously you've got a team like Denmark where you've got Eriksen who could go to his first major tournament since his accident. You've got Højlund from Manchester United, who I know hasn't quite hit the ground running at United yet, but he's still got time to find his feet before this tournament. And heading into this tournament, he could end up being a pivotal player, just like Christian Eriksen for Denmark. You've then obviously got Slovenia. Now, I don't know much about Slovenia, so I don't really want to go too much into it, but I believe they have Merrick Hamzik, if he hasn't retired, but obviously we all know what he's capable of. But let's just take a closer look at England and what England could do. They've got some big players in their squad. You've got Jude Bellingham, you've got Jack Grealish, you've got Sterling, Kane. Like someone like Sterling, who's been in really good form for Chelsea as of late, can't even get a call up at the moment. So it shows the quality that England have on display. Even in the back four, back five, you've got loads of players begging for a chance to play. You've got the likes of Levi Colwill, Mark Guéhi. You've got players like Harry Maguire, John Stones, Tomori, all begging for a place to play at centre half. Then at fullbacks, you've got the likes of Trippier, you've got Walker, you've got Trent, you've got bags of players on the left. You've got Shaw, Chilwell, you've got Rico Lewis. Like you've got all these players coming through for England. So it's pivotal that Gareth Southgate picks his team wisely. You don't just want too much experience because then you don't have the naivety of young players, and that naivety can be pivotal because they're not scared to play. Someone like Rico Lewis, I think, would be an excellent pick for the Euros. Someone like Cole Palmer too. Two very, very impressive players at club level. And Cole Palmer has been in inspired form so far for Chelsea this season since moving from Manchester City. Rico Lewis, Pep Guardiola trusts him to play Champions League football, and that's a competition they won last year. And this year, I believe, it started every Champions League game as of right now when I'm recording this. So, like Rico Lewis could be a massive, massive player heading into this tournament. Cole Palmer the same. You've got the likes of Phil Foden, some senior players which I haven't mentioned, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane. You've got Marcus Rashford, Grealish. Obviously, you've got the midfield of you've got Rice. I make the assumption that Henderson's going to go, although I disagree with it. You've got Ward-Prowse, who's been incredible since signing for West Ham. So you've got all these players that England can choose from, and obviously there's teams like France who also have a good range of players, and they've got the likes of Mbappe, they've got Dembele, they've got they've obviously got good players too, and I don't ever want to discount any other teams because I'm English, but if England aren't one of the favourites for this tournament, then I'll be very, very surprised. Obviously, we do have to take a look at the likes of Germany, Spain, France, and even Portugal, even the Netherlands. They're sides that England are going to have to look out for going through the tournament. Like Germany have a fairly easy group for them. I'm not saying that they're going to win it and be comfortable, but it's a group that they should get through. They've got to face Scotland, they've got to face Hungary, and they've got to face Switzerland. That's a group which I think Germany should quite easily get through. I'm not saying that every game's going to be a 5-0 thumping, but I think that they have the players with the capabilities to go through that group. Then let's take a look at Spain and Italy, who are both in Group B with Croatia and Albania. I personally look at that and I think that's the group of death. Spain, Croatia, Italy, all winners of tournaments or runners-up of tournaments in recent times. Croatia, obviously, they might not have the likes of Luka Modric heading into this tournament and Ivan Rakitic, but they still have some really good players and they're a really good side and they've got a really good team spirit from what I'm aware. Obviously, I'm not Croatian, I don't have a full focus on Croatia, but they always seem to be a good team when we play them. You look at Spain, they've got some incredible talent coming through. You look at Yamal, that's not his name, is it? You look at some of the young lads at Barca coming through. Obviously, I expect Gavi will be out because I believe he's just done his ACL, so he's out for 10-ish months maybe. But they have an incredible team coming through. They've got the likes of Ferran Torres. They've got obviously some major players, and like they've even got Laporte, who obviously was French, but he's transferred nationalities now and he plays for Spain. They've got a good team, Spain have, and they could be big heading into this tournament. Italy, obviously in that group, we know what Italy can do. They don't even need to have some of the best players in the world. They just play really good football, and it's going to be interesting to see how they get on this year. You obviously look into Group D now, where you have the Netherlands, you have Austria, you have France. Now, I think France should cruise through this group. They do have another team joining from the winners A bracket of the playoffs, but that obviously hasn't been confirmed yet. I do think France should ease through this group. I think the Netherlands, if they can pick up some form, which they haven't really had at tournaments recently, I think they could do a job and I think they could get out into the knockouts. You've got Group E, where you've got Belgium, you've got Slovakia, you've got Romania, and then they're going to have playoff winners B from the B group of the playoffs. Obviously, Belgium, a very good side. They've always been ranked quite highly, always gone into tournaments as near enough favourites, but unfortunately just haven't quite cut the mustard at the tournaments. And they've got the likes of Lukaku, and they've got Thorgan Hazard. They've got a range of different players who can do excellent things if they put their mind to it. Obviously, they're heading into Euro 2024 without Eden Hazard, who retired from professional football recently. Belgium should get to the knockouts. The rest of the group I'm not really sure about. Don't know much about Romania, don't know much about Slovakia, and obviously the playoff winners for Group B haven't been decided yet. And we go now into the final group, which is Group F, where you have Turkey, who a lot of people seem to put as dark horses, but I'm not too sure if Turkey are going to be dark horses. Not obviously don't know major things about Turkey. I know in the recent tournament they had a lot of younger players, so it was more of a learning experience, but you can't go into a tournament with a learning experience. These players have got to perform, and hopefully Turkey do that heading into this tournament. Hopefully the people are right and they are dark horses. Obviously, in that group, you also have Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo heading to another major tournament. Obviously, he's been playing in Saudi Arabia heading into this tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does heading into the tournament. If he's picked, obviously, he's been picked recently. He's been playing quite well recently. So obviously, he's going to be massively important to Portugal. And finally, in Group F, you have the Czech Republic. I'm not going to say I know masses about the Czech Republic. I'm not going to say I know their squad. I should probably have done some research before doing this video, but I just wanted to give my initial reactions without looking into things and having my opinion based on other people's opinions. So, don't know much about Czech. They could be good, they might not be, but I'm interested to see how the tournament goes. So, to end off this video, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. So, thank you for watching. In the future, I'm going to do my team that I would pick heading into Euro 2024 as an England manager. I'm going to do what I think should happen and then what I think Southgate will do. So we have two different teams. I'm going to do that after the final international break. I think that's around March. And then we're going to come back to it heading into the end of May when the season ends. And we're going to do another selection, which could be based on injuries, changing, form changing. So if you want to see that, make sure to click the like button down below. Obviously subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you in my future videos. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.